Buddhism is like a multifaceted object. Look from one angle, and it appears one way. Look from another, and it appears different. Depending on a person's perspective, they can see the same religion in vastly different ways. People naturally believe in their own views. Therefore, the truth, for any one person, is only as deep as their own understanding and vision. What each person calls the truth is not the same. We approach problems at different depths, from different angles, and with different levels of intelligence. Anything beyond one's own current understanding is not held as their truth. If they merely parrot others, they feel in their heart that it is not genuinely their truth. A person's understanding of truth can always advance as their wisdom and understanding grow each day until they reach the ultimate truth. People have different backgrounds and criteria for belief. Therefore, when people with different levels of intelligence look at Buddhism, they form different opinions, precisely because Buddhism contains everything one could need to see. As stated, Buddhism is the practice for liberating oneself from suffering by coming to know the truth of what things really are, as the Buddha did first and then taught. We should take purity of body and speech as the foundation for a pure mind, leading to the wisdom that knows what is right, and then act accordingly. We must not assume that if something is called Buddhism, then it is Buddhism. Even the true core of Buddhism has many facets, which can lead to it being misunderstood. When viewed through the lens of a moralist, Buddhism appears as a religion of morals, as it speaks of merit, sin, honesty, good and evil, gratitude, harmony, integrity, and many other virtues. Many foreigners view and appreciate Buddhism for this aspect. At a higher level, Buddhism is seen as truth. It speaks of profound, hidden truths beyond ordinary perception. This includes the emptiness of all things, impermanence, suffering, non-self, and the revelation of what suffering is, its cause, its cessation, and the path to its cessation. The noble truths as the ultimate unchangeable reality everyone should know. This is Buddhism as truth. Buddhism as a religion is the part that provides a systematic practice, morality, concentration, and wisdom, culminating in the result of liberation and the wisdom that knows and sees that liberation. It is the proven path that, when practiced, leads to freedom from suffering. This is Buddhism as a religion. Nonetheless, I must assert that the facet of Buddhism that Buddhists should be most interested in is the facet of religion, the concise practice for knowing the truth of all things, thereby uprooting all infatuation and attachment. This is called accessing Buddhism as Buddhism. It yields far greater benefits than merely holding it as basic morality, or as profound truth that is only studied, or as a philosophy for enjoyable intellectual debate that doesn't abandon defilements, or as merely a culture for admirable social conduct. At the very least, we should hold Buddhism as the art, here meaning the art of living. It is the subtle and refined skill of living as a human being in a way that is admirable, inspiring, and worthy of respect, captivating others so they willingly follow our example. We possess an initial beauty through pure morality, a middle beauty through a calm, cool mind fit for mental work or concentration, and a final beauty through the perfection of wisdom, clearly knowing what all things are so that no suffering arises because of them. Whoever lives with these three beauties is considered a master of the highest art of living. Westerners have turned to Buddhism as the art of living in this sense more than any other, praising this aspect above all others. Accessing the true core of Buddhism and using it as a model for living brings delight and joy along the path of Dhamma. It is not lonely, boring, or fearful, as some worry that a life without defilements would be dry and flavorless, or that without desires one would be unable to do anything. In reality, One who lives correctly according to the art of living in Buddhism is victorious over all things that surround them. Whether sights, sounds, smells, tastes, tactile sensations, or mental objects come through the six senses, they come as the defeated, unable to cause darkness, defilement, or agitation. This state of victory over all stimuli is true delight. And this is what should be considered the art in Buddhism.